Hello to all of you beautiful people of the internet. Welcome to another character profile. And today we are looking at Juanita Sanchez, but also known as Princess, as she likes to be called. She is female. Her hair is naturally black, but she dyed it purple. And she is from her late 20s to early 30s, but afterwards she is early to mid 50s. And before the apocalypse, she was a coffee shop employee, a record shop employee, and a retail employee. So before the apocalypse, Juanita had a rather troubled childhood, with her father leaving when she was young and her mother remarrying soon after. Juanita often acted out and was abused by her stepfather and stepbrother, who would punish her by tying her up and locking her in a closet for hours, and would also take turns beating her. She used to work at a coffee shop and a record store. In the volume Lines We Cross, Juanita meets up with the scavenge team as they traverse through Pittsburgh and is happy to see them, since the last time she saw people was over a year ago. After introductions, Juanita offers to travel with them, but Michonne says no due to neither side knowing what the other is capable of. After the survivors reach her place, Juanita yells that they have arrived to the house. Michonne points a gun at her for telling her not to move, but Juanita starts to laugh and tells them she was kidding. She then invites everyone inside. While the group debates letting Juanita tag along with them, she emerges out of the building with a giant spear, which she proudly displays. When asked if she can give back her gun, Michonne declines. Juanita shrugs it off, stating she has others. The group continue to travel through Pittsburgh on their way to Ohio. During their journey, they need to pause and eliminate a group of walkers that have slowly gained on them. Michonne finally allows Juanita to join her in taking out some walkers, much to the latest excitement. When the pair are finished, Yumiko blurts out to the group that she and Magna are gay. Michonne offers a confused congratulation with Eugene and Sadiq, as they already knew. Juanita beams with approval and states that she has friends once who were lesbians who happened to throw wild parties. The group then continued on to Ohio. Once they arrive, they are found by the Commonwealth. In the volume New World Order, when first meeting the Commonwealth, Juanita makes jokes about their uniforms. Juanita, along with the group, are met and questioned by Lance Hornsby, who takes them back to the Commonwealth. Juanita is amazed when she first sees the Commonwealth. Juanita, along with the group, later meets Sebastian Milton, who slyly offers to take Yumiko on a private tour, leading Yumiko to rebuff his advances. This causes Sebastian to get rough with Yumiko, shoving Magna to the ground in the process. Enraged, Juanita defends her newly found friends. Mercer intervenes. Sebastian demands her arrest, to no avail. He then lets Juanita and the rest know that he will have them banished if they don't know their place. After this, the group convene in Elodie's apartment. The system of the Commonwealth comes up as a topic of conversation, and Juanita likens the system to a video game and approves of it. This, however, prompts Magna's indignation. After Juanita joins Eugene, Sadiq, and Stephanie to eat at a local cafe, they join the rest of the group to see a football match held in the stadium of the Commonwealth. Later, she accompanies Eugene, Magna, Sadiq, and Yumiko on the way to Alexandria. Juanita expresses her excitement to meet Rick and see the hilltop. While passing through Pittsburgh, she tells Eugene she might miss it. After arriving at Alexandria, Juanita excitedly jumps off her horse, greeting Rick. Rick welcomes her to Alexandria before politely asking her to leave so Pamela and him can talk. She obliges and walks away whistling. In the volume The Rotten Core, Juanita and Rick are seen conversing with each other outside of DC near the shoreline before a herd of walkers almost ambush the group on the way to the sanctuary. Rick seems to be neutral with her, claiming if Eugene trusts her, and so does Rick himself. Juanita is later seen helping fend off the herd of walkers, fighting alongside Mercer, who saves her after a horse bucks her off after being spooked by walkers. Once the walkers are taken care of, Juanita kisses Mercer, apologizing, claiming they were having a moment. Mercer appears speechless from the move. About 2 days later, Juanita and Mercer are seen in bed together after a sexual encounter. Princess claiming that was the best sex she had ever had. It's hard to say that sentence, had ever had. When she asks Mercer if it was casual, he tells her it was not, and it is not his style. After saying her time with Mercer was better than being alone in Pittsburgh, Mercer smiles and takes this as a compliment. And in the volume Rest in Peace, Juanita is seen attempting to leave the Commonwealth, and Mercer spots her in his room, and she claims that she had left a few things behind. She tells me she does not feel she belongs, and Mercer asks for a better explanation, to which Juanita reveals to him her short-term lover, her abuser. In which Juanita reveals her short-term lover, her abusive childhood she had experienced before the outbreak. Sorry, my brain is short-circuiting. She fears things in the Commonwealth will get worse, and she would prefer to be alone. When Mercer asks if there was any way he could convince her to stay, Juanita responds negatively because gratitude to Mercer's kindness. Juanita is encountered by Jesus, Sadiq, Aaron, and Carl on the road later on, who were on their way toward the Commonwealth. Attempting to flee, the group pursues her, only to get surrounded by walkers and lose their horses on the way. When Juanita gets them all to safety, she explains that things were escalating at the Commonwealth, and she wanted no part of it, and still clings to the fact that people are dangerous. She is unwilling to risk being put in danger, and the only reason she came was out of desperation. Carl says her lone wanderer beliefs are bull, and that she is good for people, attempting to persuade Juanita to return. In reply, she smiles, telling Carl he did not have to swear, and complies in returning to the community. She is later seen aiding the others in exterminating the walkers that were in the Commonwealth just before the showdown between Pamela and Rick. After Rick's death, Juanita obliges in participating in his funeral in Alexandria, wanting to honor him. In issue 193, a much older Juanita is seen taking a walk with an aged Mercer and a dog, indicating her and Mercer reunited many years after the death of Rick, indicating her happy ending, which is really sweet. And funny enough, Juanita never swears in the comics. Honestly, you look through the comics, she does not swear at all. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this profile of Juanita Sanchez, aka Princess. Let me know what you think of her. Do you think the TV series adapted her perfectly? Or do you think she was perfect in the comics? Let me know in the comments down below. If you had control over her fate, what would you do with her story? Thanks very much for listening, and have a good day.